So it's something that someone of means could do if they wanted to.
Absolutely. And sometimes people will donate in the memory of their deceased husband or father and grant a wish. And what a great thing to do. Also, you're right on that we do ask for contributions of discounts or in-kind donations. I do it all the time, even if it's as simple as asking Albertsons to donate a cake for
The birthday.
for the well, it wouldn't be a birthday, but it would be more like the wish celebration.
So if the wish were to go to the beach and you took them to Santa Cruz, California, for instance, you might ask the Albertsons in Santa Cruz, California to donate a cake.
Right. Or we might ask that hotel to compass that they're going to stay in. And so there's all kinds of ways that we get our money. So, and we try to use it very wisely because we have a lot of wishes.
How many wishes does this one office do per year?
We do about 130 a year, give or take. What happens if a child is
not long for this world?
Well, yeah, not long for the world. The doctor has said, you know, he's only got a short period of time, do a rush wish. And that's an important key factor, is that every doctor authorizes and approves the wish, and that the child, yes,
so that you know
exactly.
that the medical condition is real.
They are the one that says, yes, this child has XYZ, and they can have a wish. And also, we want to make sure that they are able, if they want to travel, is that child able to travel for a wish? Or do we need to look for some other wish for that child? So when a child is then told to us that it is a rush wish, then the 30 days that we have to wait for the board goes out the window. We go to visit the family and the child right away. We find out what that wish is, and we make it happen ASAP, because we never know when the child will pass. And recently, I did one for a 16-year-old girl, and from the day we interviewed her to the day we finished her wish was 30 days. So, and that meant ordering sound equipment and recording studio, portable one, and all that kind of stuff, getting it all here and getting this absolutely wonderful volunteer from the Cirque du Soleil. I want to say his name, Barry Mims, because he put the whole thing together for us. He was absolutely awesome.
How do you hear about the children in most cases?
Most cases is they are referred to us by the administrator in the doctor's office. And all of the doctors, all the pediatric doctors in town, they all know who we are and what we do.
So if you're a pediatrician and you have a patient who's likely to die in the short term, then you might refer them.
They would refer them, yes, but also not just die, but as long as that child has a life-threatening condition. A lot of kids that have leukemia, that's very life-threatening. Without treatment, they might pass. The leukemia is very treatable in today's environment with the treatment that they go through, and most children will beat that with good treatment. And I know I had a little boy, Joey, he had leukemia, and the first time I met him, he was bald from leukemia. Well, now Joey is...
From the chemotherapy?
Yeah, from the chemotherapy, yeah. Cute little boy, and now I went to his last chemo party, and he's now 4 or 5 years older and doing great. So, active teenage boy.
What is his wish?
His wish was to go to Disney World, and he and his family did, and they had just a marvelous time. And one of the things about going to either Disneyland or Disney World is we also throw in a bunch of other things, which is cool.
Like if it was Disneyland, they'd get Knott's
Berry Farm, up in
Legoland,
Hollywood, maybe Legoland, maybe up in Hollywood. What's the one in Hollywood?
Universal Studios.
Yeah, Universal Studios and so on. So, yeah, it's a package. So it's a wonderful thing. Disneyland gives us a really good deal, but our children and families never wait in line. We have what we call our magic button. It says Make-A-Wish on it, and or our T-shirts, which is a front of the line. Front of the line. That's right. Don't even go in line. You come around here and you go right in. So, and I love it because they are just treated like royalty, and they get such special treatment. But Disneyland's not the only one that does it. The other places do too. But it's so wonderful because it gives them that special feeling.
Why would someone want to serve someone or something other than themselves?
Giving service is my soul. So if someone wants to get that warm feeling of knowing that you did something very special for someone else, that's what you do, is you give service.
Can you give an example of a beginner service project that someone might get involved in that doesn't take a large time or monetary commitment, something that they could get their toesies wet?
One really easy thing to do is to organize a food drive, a canned food drive. You can set a limited amount of time that it's going to be for a week. You can make a location, people can bring in, and we've done this at the gym, and you bring in canned food. I also have an organization that it can go to, other than some of the larger ones. They get a lot. I'm going to, yeah. It's called Jude 22. It is a senior nutrition center. It's down at 9th and Bridgard. And they serve like 500 clients a month of low-income seniors that come in there and get kind of an emergency, a few small bags of non-perishable food that will take them through the month. Most of the people live on their Social Security and maybe a little Medicaid, and they're just very low income and very needy for food, nutritious food, and they need all the help they can get. So that's a really simple project that you can conduct, and a very, very worthwhile one. When I talk to people about doing or giving or whatever, and I said, it doesn't have to be big. I don't do big things.
You just do a lot of little things.
I do little things.
All the time.
All the time. And that's what makes a difference to those people that got those 70 cans. I'm sure they were grateful for it. Yeah. And I know I would be. Or whatever. So, but that's the way I was raised. My mother was the coupon queen, because there was 4 of us, and my dad worked and she didn't. And they had one car, and she made do with everything. And she just gave of herself. And I know in my heart that's where it all comes from. It's genetic.